Okay, yoga for deep sleep. So we'll be on the floor, relaxed, nice and chill. Ideally, one or two pillows, something that is big and kind of thick. If you have like thin pillows, be a good time to stack two, or if you have a yoga bolster, even better. But we'll just get started in a seated position, whatever feels comfortable, whether that's in a chair, on your shins, cross-legged, on your pillow. Doesn't matter, we'll just get started in a comfortable seated position. I'm gonna sit on my pillow. Take your time to get settled, get out any wiggles. Maybe make sure your clothes are all nice and form fitted. Once your physical body feels comfortable, we'll just gently close your eyes and start to tune into your energetic body now. Once the physical body is nice and still, we can really start to listen to what is the emotional, the internal, the energetic body telling us today. Good way to take note of that is to pay attention to your breath. Without judgment, just observation. Does your breath feel a little bit choppy or short? Do you feel like you're breathing up into your chest and your collarbones? Or down into your belly? Maybe become aware of your mind. Does it feel like a monkey on repeat on a hamster wheel, trying to solve all the world's issues right here, right now? And as you just pay attention to taking inventory of where your mind and your mental landscape is at today, can you just notice your thoughts without judging them or trying to control them? But just bring your awareness to your mind. And can you try to find the gaps in between each thought, even if it's just a millisecond? When you find a gap in between your thought, just enjoy that moment, let it pass with no judgment. The next thought will surely come. And just start to slow down your breath, bringing it lower and lower into your belly, expanding through the belly. Big inhale. And soften your jaw, exhale out the mouth, let it go. Keep those deep inhales through the nose, expand through the belly. And a relieving sigh out the mouth, let it go, exhale. Now let's use the breath as our anchor for our mind. Whenever we notice those gaps in between each thought, can you bring your thoughts, your awareness, your mind to your breath, paying attention to how it feels to take a big inhale? And what muscles you can soften with each exhale. Your mind always wants a place to rest. We'll never be able to turn it off or stop all thoughts, and we don't want that. But we can use your breath as the anchor of where to direct your thoughts to when we notice that our thoughts are unhelpful and unstopping, this constant rat race. Just bringing your mind back to your breath and feeling your belly expand and grow and deepen with every inhale. And let out every bit of oxygen as you exhale all the way, fully empty out. And just like we found the gaps and the pauses in between each thought, can you find the pause in between every inhale and exhale? And in between every exhale and inhale. Good. Keep this cadence and awareness towards your breath every time your mind wanders off or you feel that tension in in between your eyebrows. Bring your awareness back to how it feels to breathe in your body, in your torso. The temperature of the air in your nostrils, and the texture of the air in your throat. We'll just start to flutter your eyes open, keeping that awareness on your breath throughout this practice. We'll start by sitting up tall in a cross-legged position if you're not there yet. We'll grab onto your knees with your palms. Start to pull your heart forward, gazing up, opening up the throat. Then round your spine, start to tuck your hips as you pull your heart backwards. Extend through your elbows. A few seated cat-cows here. Inhale, heart opens. And exhale, round, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Moving with your breath like a dance. Inhale. And exhale. Good, getting a little bit more dramatic with each one. Big open heart. And exhale, let it all out. Then pull your heart forward. We'll start to make circles to bring your heart forward and to the right. All the way until you start to scoop it backwards. Just undulating through the spine. Maybe you get some cracks if you're lucky. Nice and slow, no rush. You feel any area that is a little bit tight, hang out there for a breath. Maybe move around in any areas where you feel a little bit of tension, crinkles, and we'll reverse the other way, pulling the heart forward into the left. Just getting really curious what part of your body feels any sensation here, maybe towards the neck and the shoulders, maybe towards the hips or the lower back. We're going to use this practice to listen to our bodies rather than to ignore it. So wherever you're at, let's come back to a neutral spine. We're going to extend your left leg out to the side and bend your right knee so that the right sole of your foot is towards the left leg. Inhale, right fingertips up. And big side bend in that right side body as you extend the right fingertips towards your left toes. Keep those shoulders stacked on top of each other. So we're not trying to touch your toes. We're trying to really open up the heart towards the sky. And feel a nice breathable stretch in the right obliques. And just like we really paid attention to your breath in the beginning of this practice as we were seated, can you really feel your inhale expand in those right obliques as you stretch? And soften deeper into the stretch with every exhale. And we'll come back to center. Let your right fingertips come towards the ground. And start to twist your shoulders towards the left leg. Extend your arms up, grow tall, square your shoulders and your hips towards the left toes. And a gentle forward fold over that left leg. Nothing strenuous. You should still be able to breathe and relax the back of your neck down. Nice forward fold over that left leg. And relax your back. Send your inhales into your back to spread your shoulders apart. And exhale your heart a little bit closer towards that left thigh. Let your neck hang heavy. And slowly roll your way up through center. We'll switch sides, extending the right leg out, bending the left knee in. We'll start with a side stretch. Inhale, left fingertips up tall, create some length. And then a nice side stretch as you keep your heart open towards the sky. And keep the left hip glued down to the ground. Try not to collapse into the right side body here. Inhale, create a big line from that left hip all the way to the left fingertips. And exhale, soften through this stretch a little bit deeper. And come back through center. Start to turn your hips and your shoulders towards the right leg, extend all your fingertips up, create some space in each rib. And exhale, a gentle fold forward, doesn't have to be anything crazy, no performances here. Just relax your spine, let your head hang heavy. And start to breathe into your upper back. Begin to crawl your way up when your body feels ready. I'll meet you in a child's pose, knees apart, big toes together. Extending your fingertips towards the front of your mat. Sending your hips all the way back to your heels. Really, really create a lot of distance between your hips and your fingertips.
Yeah, you do.
And act like someone is pressing their hands on your lower back, really pressing your hips towards your heels. Press your forehead into the ground and then just soften everything. Relax your belly. Relax your shoulders. Release any tension in your hands and just melt into the mat here. Imagine that your rib cage is a balloon. As you inhale, it expands in all directions, 360 degrees. And your exhale is just a nice deflation of the balloon. Inhale, expand. And exhale, deflate. Start to crawl your way up into a tabletop position, stacking your shoulders on top of your wrists. From here, we'll do a few rounds of cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly, pull the heart forward, open up the throat. Exhale, round. Let's sync one breath to one movement. Inhale, heart opens. Exhale, tuck the chin and the tailbone. Moving at the pace of your own breath. Then I'll meet you back in a neutral tabletop position. This time we're going to keep your hips stacked on top of your knees and extend your fingertips to the front of the mat for puppy pose. So hips are staying high. Your chin can either meet the mat for a deeper stretch, or your forehead, or your cheek. Whatever feels breathable. Send your breath into your armpits and your lats, trying to soften and melt your heart closer towards the mat. Relax your belly. And soften through your grip. And if this is too much, you can always shift your hips backwards. The more weight is in your legs, the easier the stretch will feel. And as you inhale, feel your upper back expand through that inhale. And melt your heart closer to the mat as you exhale. Soften your jaw and your throat. And now slowly bring your way back up to a tabletop position. From here, let's bring your right knee to your right wrist. Bring your right ankle to your left wrist, sitting into pigeon pose. If this feels too much, you can do two 90-degree angles with your knees and bending that back leg, or you can keep that back leg straight. If you choose to keep it straight, just make sure your left kneecap is facing the ground. The top of your left foot is on the ground as well. Take some time here, shift your hip forward, back, start to loosen up the hip joint before we just lay on that hip here. Rock your hip to the right, and to the left, put as much pressure into your hands as you need. Just get a little bit of blood flow here. And this is a good time to use your pillow. You can bring the one edge of the pillow towards your hips so that you can lay your torso over it. And we're really just gonna melt into this pose. About 15 deep breaths, so take your time, really slow down. Let gravity do the work, don't force it. Unhinge your jaw. And soften your face. Use each breath to slow down just a little bit more. When you start to feel relaxed, ask yourself how you can relax even just a little bit more. Where can you soften in your body? What areas are still holding on to tension? You take 2 more big, slow, deep breaths here. Take your time in through the belly. When you're ready, you can stay here as long as you'd like if it needs a little bit extra time. Or you can slowly come back to a tabletop position using the strength of your hands. Once you're in that tabletop position, I like to sway my hips left and right. Kind of get blood flow back into both hip creases. And from here, we'll slide your left knee up to your left wrist, and left ankle towards the right wrist as you either extend the right leg behind you or bend it behind you. Again, use this time to put lots of pressure on your hands, to give your body some time to get acclimated in this position. In the energetic body, we can see changes happen instantly. Our mood can change instantly. We can think of something and it changes our state. But the physical body takes time. So give yourself that time and understand that with a few deep breaths, shifts will start to happen, but it's not instant. When you do feel ready, you can start to bring your pillow towards your hips to lay your torso over it. Keep the left hip as close to the ground as you can, or maybe put another pillow under that hip so it's making contact. And soften through your upper body and your neck. Let your chest just hang heavy. And notice what parts of your body could soften just 1% more. Maybe that part is your mind, to bring it back to the awareness of your breath. To let your mind rest on something. Keep feeling your belly expand through your inhale against the pillow or your thigh. And soften through that left hip as you exhale. You're here for 5 more slow, deep breaths, so take your time. Really become aware of what it feels like to expand and bring oxygen into the body, into all of the corners of the body. And how it feels to exhale and release any tension. And slowly start to move the pillow out of the way. Make your way back into a tabletop position when your body feels ready. You can shift those hips side to side. Maybe a few rounds of cat-cow. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna sit onto your glutes, facing the long edge of your mat. Extend your legs out wide. Whatever feels breathable and comfortable. Everyone's hips are built differently. This is not a sign of your worth. Wherever you can open your legs, east and west, while still sitting up tall, without letting your legs roll in or back, but just keeping your toes pointing up towards the sky. And we will stack 1 pillow, maybe 2, 3, 4, however many pillows you'd like, to where this can feel like a position that you could go to sleep in. No effort. Get comfy. If you need to go grab a pillow, if you don't have something that you need, you have plenty of time. Wherever you're at, just start to get comfortable. Bring your chest either forward or to prop it up. So whatever feels breathable and something that you could sleep in. When you start to feel that tension or tightness, that's your body's sign to stop right there and send some breath into those areas of tightness. And maybe get curious about those areas. Maybe what muscles are tight there. Are you holding on to tension in any surrounding joints? And can you make each breath have a little bit more mindfulness and more quality behind it? And send your breath into your lower back. Inhale, expand through the lower spine. And exhale, soften the lower belly. And soften your jaw, relax your face. We have 5 more slow, deep breaths here, no rush. After your 5th slow, deep breath, we'll start to bring the pillow away from you. And very slowly, you can use your arms to inch your legs in towards each other, maybe bend your knees. I like to windshield wiper. Get some internal rotation in my hips after that. All right, our final resting pose, you can either have legs up the wall, you can just lie traditional Shavasana on your back, or you can join me with laying your feet on your pillow so that they're just a couple inches elevated off the ground. And even just those couple inches will start to bring blood flow from your toes towards your heart, towards your torso. And before we just get into our final resting pose, I want you to bring your fingertips towards your belly button, towards your stomach, or maybe on your rib cage, wherever feels comfortable and easy. Make sure your head is comfortable, maybe take out your ponytail or shift your hips side to side until you're comfortable here. And I want you to start to count your inhales. So we'll inhale for 4 into your fingertips. We'll find the suspension for 4 at the top of the inhale. We'll exhale for 4 counts. And then we'll find that suspension at the bottom. So take a few clearing inhales and exhales so that we all can get started together. So a clearing inhale. And a clearing exhale. We'll inhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll retain the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out the mouth for 4, 3, 2, 1. Find that suspension for 4, 3, 2, 1. In through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find the retention, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out the mouth, soft, 4, 3, 2, 1. Suspend for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Suspend for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out the mouth for 4, 3, 2, 1. Suspend for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's do a couple more rounds on your own count. On your final suspension of your exhale, you can let your arms fall to your side and release any control of your breath that you have. Let the muscles in your face spread out and relax. Let your heart sink heavy into the mat. And feel the weight of your palms, heavy arms, as if your legs were tree trunks, so heavy, melting into the ground. And stay here as long as you'd like, maybe fall asleep on your mat. Thank you for showing up for yourself and for this practice. Namaste. See you in 2 weeks.